Hello everyone. From today we are starting the course image processing. The course code is ECE ETC ECE 7.4.2. There will be 3 hours theory, 1 hour tutorial and 2 hours, that is 1 practical every week. The duration of theory paper will be of 3 hours and the marks are 100. For sessional marks there are 25 marks and for orals 25 marks. Okay, there are 4 units in the syllabus. Unit 1 covers the introduction to image processing and enhancement in spatial domain. Unit 2 covers enhancement in spatial domain and frequency domain techniques. And Unit 3 covers, Unit 3 covers 2 parts, image compression and image restoration. But first I am going to teach you image compression. After that I'll go to image Unit 4 which has edge detection and morphology operation. And then I'll come back to Unit 3 to teach you image restoration. So there are 5 course outcomes. What is the meaning of outcomes? When you complete this course, what you will be able to do? That is the meaning of outcome. So there are 5 outcomes. So first is you will be able to apply fundamental concepts of image processing to improve the quality of the image. Second, you will be able to choose and implement appropriate point and neighborhood operations to enhance image quality. The third outcome is you will be able to analyze the effect of different transforms on image in the frequency domain and perform filtering in frequency domain. Fourth outcome, you will be able to choose appropriate degradation function to restore the image and to extract information by selecting and implementing appropriate morphological operations. And the last outcome, you will be able to apply different lossy and lossless compression segmentation techniques on image. For this course, you can refer a book, Digital Image Processing by Gonzalez. That is the first one here. It covers the entire syllabus. Generally we say it's a Bible for image processing, so you must go through the book. Okay, next is another book is by Anil K. Jain. Both the books are available in the library. The e-copy of Gonzalez book is also available on internet, or otherwise I will share with you. The third book which is listed here is written by Jayaraman. It's a very good book, very easy language, and he has explained many concepts with the help of numericals. So you can start going through this book first, and then you can go through Gonzalez books, because Gonzalez language is little bit tough compared to Jayaraman. If you are interested in knowing medical image processing, you can go through these 2 books which are written here. And if you want to do image processing practicals or coding in MATLAB, you can refer this Gonzalez Woods MATLAB book. Okay, this follows the entire flow of this book. Okay, index wise. But I generally don't recommend at the beginning, because they have given all built-in functions in MATLAB, and I don't want you to use built-in functions, because when you use built-in functions, you will use that as a black box. You will give some input, you will get output, and you will not understand what is there inside. So generally I prefer to start with C or C++ or Python without using okay, in MATLAB also we can write the code without using MATLAB functions. Okay. Now the course assessment will be done by assessing IT1, IT2 quiz. I will give you quizzes, then practicals, tutorials, and few beyond syllabus activities like paper presentation or special topic presentation, etc. Okay, that we will decide and I will announce as and when required. For practical, I expect that you will not miss a single practical. Due to some reason, if you cannot attend any practical session, then you must sit for extra time and complete it. Each practical will have 10 marks. If you are not attending any lecture or practical, I expect you to send me an email to inform. Okay, now we'll start with the syllabus. Today we will start with the introduction to image processing. So what is image processing and why we need to do that? In image processing, we acquire images and process it. Okay. So generally it is done to improve the quality of the image. You must be aware of the softwares like Photoshop, or nowadays all of us use mobile devices which have camera apps with all these features like increase or decrease the contrast, change the brightness, or apply different kinds of filters. There are many more applications of image processing which you will learn during this course. The important stages in image processing are image acquisition, pre-processing, segmentation, representation and description, recognition and interpretation, knowledge base. So what is image? First step should be what? First step should be always acquiring the image. And how you are going to acquire the image? Maybe from video cameras, maybe from a digital cameras. Uh, if it is a scanner, then you have to convert that into digital form, and then you are going to process it. So first step is always image acquisition. Okay. Second stage is pre-processing. Suppose I want to increase the brightness, or change the contrast, or remove some noise. That I will do in pre-processing. Okay, why we do pre-processing? Because pre-processing is done generally so that the next stage, okay, like here we are shown next stage as segmentation. So the input to the next stage should be in the proper format. That's why we pre-process it. Okay. So the next stage, in pre-processing, you have two types of enhancement techniques: spatial domain and frequency domain. In DSP, you must have learned time domain and frequency domain. Here we are going to talk about spatial domain and frequency domain. So spatial is what? Spatial is space. It is not spatial, it is spatial. Okay. Spatial is with respect to space, and frequency is frequency, that you know. So there are two types of enhancement techniques that we'll see in pre-processing. After that, it goes to segmentation. So what is segmentation? Segmentation will subdivide the image based on some predefined criteria. Okay, that we'll learn in this unit 3. We'll learn this. Okay, so 3 and 4 also. Okay, and representation and description means once you divide the segment, okay, you have to represent it in some form. Suppose you must be knowing OCR, optical character recognition. Okay, so if I want to teach a machine how to recognize A, B, C, D, or 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we will extract the character from the image, then we will give some will represent that alphabet or a number in some other form, maybe in some code. Okay, that is called as representation. And description, you have to describe it. Why we are doing all these things? We want to recognize that character. Okay, so after representation and description, the step is recognition and interpretation. You have to recognize, interpret for further action. Okay, so you in Terminator movie you must have seen the robot can detect the object, recognize it, and then take the action. Okay, so same thing we want to do in many applications. And main important thing is knowledge base. So what is knowledge base? Knowledge base helps all these steps to interact with each other. Okay, so see, all the arrows are bidirectional. So any, like after image acquisition, you can go to pre-processing. Pre-processing directly can go to some other application, and entire thing is linked to each other. Okay, so this is what I have explained in the previous in the next slides. I'll share the slides with you. So this is what I told you. What is knowledge base? Guides the operation of each processing model and controls the interaction between models. Now, image enhancement for human visual interpretation usually stops at pre-processing. So we want some quality improvement. Okay, human being. Then we'll stop till pre-processing. We'll just enhance the image and we'll look at the image and we'll appreciate. Okay, but if you want to use it for computer vision, just now I told you, like for Terminator and all, you have to do other processing like segmentation, representation, recognition and all. Okay, so these are the basic components of image processing. You can see here the display devices. Okay, displays, then you have computer, then memory storage requirement, and the printers, and image processing hardwares, image processing softwares, and these are image processing. These are the sensors, image sensors. So if you are using a scanner, Okay, how the scanner works. It is sense, right? The light, there is, you must have seen the light which scans from left to right and top to bottom. So it's a kind of sensor. So there are different kinds of sensors which are used to convert analog image into like the film images we used to get on a paper, and then that image, if I want to digitize, then how will you digitize? You can use a scanner. Okay, so image sensors are used for that. So this is it. Just will now we'll go to the next topic,